You're most welcome, dear grade 12 students, to this video, which is about the reading of module 10A. This is part 1, students book, pages 141, 42, and 43. By the end of this lesson, you are expected to be able to discuss issues related to social problems, identify the correct topics that are mentioned in the texts, interpret details in the first text to answer a selected response question. To begin with, let's discuss this question: what is a social issue? And if you can give relevant examples, this would be great. Now pause, take your time, think of this question and some examples, and please follow. A social issue is a problem, a catastrophe that influences or affects many citizens in certain society, right? For example, warfare, violence, income gap, hunger, food security, healthcare, obesity, and smoking. Okay. On page 141, there are 6 more social issues. We will discuss them in detail. They are crime, poverty, famine, refugees, child labor, and natural disasters. Are you ready now? Now you are given the 6 social issues right here and some pictures. Simply match the social issue with its relevant picture. In other words, which social issues are depicted in the following pictures? You can pause, take your time to think, and then take this feedback. Ready? The first picture depicts the suffering of the refugees, right? Whereas the second one depicts famine. The third one is about poverty. And refugees are the people who are forced to leave their countries and they are homeless. The famine is a widespread scarcity of food leading to regional starvation. Poverty is the state of being very poor. Go on with these 3 pictures. Ready? The first one expresses a crime, and a crime is an action which is punishable by law. The second picture expresses natural disasters or natural catastrophes like flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes, etc. The third one is about child labor, which is work that deprives children from their childhood. Now, how do you think the people affected by the previous issues feel? In other words, how about the feeling of those people who suffer from or who experience social issues? Are they devastated? Are they suffering, outraged, uncertain, hopeless, grateful, terrified, powerless, heartbroken, threatened, or abandoned? Take your time, use your dictionary to look up the meaning of these words, and then come to this discussion. The one who is devastated is the one who is extremely upset and shocked. Suffering is a serious physical or mental pain. Someone who is outraged is very angry. Someone who is helpless is someone with no hope. If you are grateful, you show thanks to someone. So generally, be kind, be grateful, be honest, and be thankful. The The one who is terrified is very frightened, right? The one who is powerless, he is helpless. He is unable to do something because he doesn't have power. Heartbroken. Heartbroken means extremely sad. Threatened means endangered. Uncertain means unsure. Abandoned means deserted. Okay. And how about the feeling of those people? They may feel devastated, helpless, powerless, heartbroken, and uncertain about their life and future. Right? Let's take this question. What do you think the main causes of homelessness are? Take your time, prepare your answer, and then take this feedback. This is a suggested answer. Many issues can lead to homelessness. For example, unemployment and poverty. They are the main causes of homelessness. When someone is not able to find a job or loses their job, it will be difficult for them to pay their bills and afford their accommodation. Also, mental health. Serious mental health issues can make a person more likely to experience unemployment and poverty, and consequently, they may find themselves unable to cover their basic needs. As a result, they end up homeless, right? Dear student, take a quick look at pages 142 and 43. You will find this big title, How the Big Issue Changed My Life. We interviewed Harry Ingalls, a true success story with a positive message for homeless people everywhere. Now the three questions are, what is the big issue? Who is this young man? On page 142, and who is this old man on page 43. Pause, take your time, and then take this feedback. The Big Issue is a street magazine that is produced by professional journalists, but sold by homeless or long-term unemployed people. Where was it founded? It was founded in the United Kingdom in 1991. Who founded it? Two people, John Bird and Jordan Roddick. Currently, nowadays, more than 120 countries around the world have similar newspapers or magazines in an attempt to deal with the social problem of homelessness. About this young man, he is Harry Ingalls, the person being interviewed and whose life has changed thanks to the big issue. As for this old man, he is a homeless person who sells the street magazine, The Big Issue. Now please scan the text and take the following questions. Now read the text and tick the topics that are mentioned in it. These are 6 topics. Some of them are mentioned in the text. Please tick them. Also, you've got this question, what is the type of the text and where can you find it? Pause and take your time. Okay, take this feedback, please. This is an interview article, right? It's an interview with Harry Ingalls, and we can find it in a magazine or on the internet. As for the topics mentioned, Harry is talking about his family, right? What else? His education, great. And the difficulties he faces selling the magazine, finally the support he gets from the organization. Right, let's take the first part of the text. This is the first part of the text. Please pause, read it, underline the new words, check their meanings using your dictionary, and in the second stage, listen to it again as you read. Think of the questions right here, okay, and this MC question of exercise C. Once you have finished, please follow. Are you ready now to listen? Okay, listen please.
Module 10, Big Issues. 10A, Reading.
How the Big Issue Changed My Life. We interviewed Harry Ingalls, a true success story with a positive message for homeless people everywhere. For a magazine founded around 30 years ago, what do you think it's achieved?
Well, The Big Issue has built up a good name over the years, I think because of its high standards. It's a street magazine sold by the homeless, but it's produced by professional journalists, which means the quality of articles is high. Therefore, it's continued to engage readers, and this is exactly why customers buy it again and again. The philosophy behind The Big Issue is that earning money is the key ingredient in helping the homeless out of poverty. It does this by giving homeless people the opportunity to make an honest living by selling the magazine in the street. This way, it's helped hundreds of homeless people live independently.
Let's take the first question. When was The Big Issue founded? Are you ready? It was founded 30 years ago, right? What has it achieved and why? Indeed, it has built up a good name, a good reputation and respect. This is because of its high standards. Right, who produces this magazine and what does it mean? The producers are professional journalists, and this means that the quality of articles is high. What is the magazine's philosophy and how does it achieve this philosophy? The philosophy is that earning money is the key ingredient, the key factor in helping the homeless out of poverty, and it achieves this philosophy by giving homeless people the opportunity to make an honest living by selling the magazine in the street. About this question, in the first paragraph, what is Harry's main point about The Big Issue? Does it have to do with the idea that there has been a decline in its popularity? Its readership is mostly made up of homeless? Or many people have read the magazine at least once? Or a lower quality product may not have survived as long? Your answer, please. Right, it's D. Great work. Now that we have come to the end of part 1, please, for part 2, for next video, please continue reading the other 4 parts of the text and prepare answers to the rest of questions of exercise C, D, E, and F. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, which will be available on Microsoft Teams, and please follow part 2.